Last week on I'd Do Anything, some girls upped the pace,
You are a threat in this competition.
while others fell from grace.
It looks to me like you're becoming very self-conscious.
I don't really rate your voice.
But the Lord's last word
I'm going to save Ashley.
caused mutiny.
I did think that was the wrong decision tonight.
Now only 8 remain, and they're all desperate for that leading role.
The competition is getting really fierce.
I've got 10 years on some of the girls, but I'm going to use that.
I do really feel I'm getting closer to my dream role.
Who will survive to become your Nancy? Ultimately, that final decision is down to you. The pressure's on to find the next stars of the West End. The Nancy and Oliver fans, they're here. The band is ready to rock. The panel is ready to go. And the Lord is twitching on his throne. Because he knows you and your votes will ultimately decide who becomes Nancy. Performing Pick a Pocket and hoping to steal the show, please welcome our final 8 Nancys and the Olivers.
Life, one thing counts, in the bank, large amounts.
I'm afraid these don't grow on trees. You got to pick a pocket or two.
You've got to pick a pocket or two, boys. You've got to pick a pocket or two.
Large amounts don't grow on trees. You got to pick a pocket or two.
Robin Hood, what a crook, gave away what he took.
Charities fine, subscribe to mine. Get out to pick a pocket or two. You've got to pick a pocket or two, boys. You've got to pick a pocket or two. Robin Hood was far too good. He had to pick a pocket or two.
Take a tip from Bill Sykes so he can whip what he likes.
I recall he started small. He had to pick a pocket or two.
You've got to pick a pocket or two, boys. You've got to pick a pocket or two.
We can be like old Bill Sykes if we pick a pocket or
Will be back for another fantastic performance later, and we'll be revealing who's the next boy through to the semi-final. All right, it is the crucial halfway mark, and there's still no clear leader in our Nancy pack. In the running now to be the star in Cameron McIntosh's production of Oliver are 2 actresses, an unemployed Irish girl, an English literature boffin, a part-time drama teacher, a couple of sixth form students, and an agony aunt. But who will get that life-changing role and become Nancy? It's a question that's even outfoxing Andrew Lloyd Webber. The Lord's confusion surfaced last week when he saved Ashley from the sing-off despite saying he didn't rate her voice. It was a bitter-sweet pill for her to swallow. Can she do enough to win back Andrew and the public later? It's going to be a nail-biter of a show. Back again to help solve your Dickensian dilemma is the expert panel. Please welcome Doctor Who and Torchwood star John Barrowman. West End leading lady Denise Van Outen. Legendary Fagin Barry Humphries. And the Phantom of the Opera is here, Andrew Lloyd Webber. we are, the halfway point in the competition, and I think it's true, there is no clear front runner. Are you worried?
Yes, I am worried because we've got 8 girls, of whom 4, probably even 6 of them, could really be great Nancy's. 2 of them I really don't quite know where they would go. I'm just worried about one thing, and I have to say, I'm going to go shoot from the hip now. Every time we get a big top note, a big money note, everybody applauds, everybody sort of thinks that's what it's about. It's not. We're talking about an acting role, for heaven's sake. This is a role about a girl who has probably been beaten up in life. It's got to be something that's real. And I want to hear real performances tonight. No, we're hearing pop songs tonight. We're hearing pop lyrics. Doesn't mean to say that they're not great lyrics. They are, some of these. That's what I want to hear.
All right, thank you very much, Andrew. Now, in the musical, Nancy experiences hard times. She lived in an era when the cost of food was high and ordinary folks struggled to afford a house. A sort of Victorian version of the credit crunch. But she battled on with a smile on her face and a song in her heart. Let's see if our first 2 potential leading ladies this evening have got what it takes to play our heroine. Bangor's Niamh Perry and Belfast's Rachel Tucker.
I was really chuffed to have my sister there, to actually have the person in the audience that you're singing to. It makes it a lot easier to connect with.
Niamh, those wonderful Irish eyes you've got. Now you've added an Irish smile. It was a wonderful performance. You are great.
It is amazing to have such positive feedback from the king of musical theatre.
It seemed her performance went down a storm in her hometown in Northern Ireland as well.
It was so great to go back home to my theatre group and to get to see all my friends.
I always knew that there was something special in Niamh that would make her a star.
Niamh has definitely become a celebrity. The support for her here has been absolutely immense.
Hi Niamh, all the boys and the butchers. Hope you come home a winner.
Here at Niamh's local paper, we've been supporting her every week and we'll continue to do so.
Good luck, Niamh!
Every Saturday night, the children and I make sure that we get our votes in, and we're all very much behind her.
It's kind of overwhelming to know that people back home's been so supportive, and in a way I kind of want to do this for them.
That was the best performance of the evening in my eye.
That was absolutely amazing.
Saturday night for me was fantastic. It's amazing to think that 2 months ago I almost didn't get put through.
We were very unsure, and we thought very long and hard about this. You could be Nancy.
The thought of that now scares the living daylights out of me. I might not be sitting here today and performing every Saturday night, but I'm here and I'm glad I've proved myself.
Why is everything so confusing?
Fran left last week, which was a big shock.
She was a very good performer and very well liked, and it's a bit worrying to think if she's out this early that it could be any one of us.
It's a damn cold night.
The competition is getting really fierce.
Trying to figure out this.
I have just got to focus on that finish line and keep running for it.
Tonight, the final 8 in the running will be singing modern pop classics to convince you they are the right girl to bring Nancy into the 21st century. You'll be able to vote for your favourite after all the girls have sung, so please don't call until lines open at the end of the show. And if you're a digital viewer, you can sing along with all of our Nancys and Olivers this evening by pressing the red button. Andrew, shall we unleash the Nancys?
How can you hear the Nancys if you sing along with them?
That's true, it's true, but it's a sacrifice some people make.
Okay.
First up, and bringing you confidence, is Niamh. She's hoping to win you over with her version of Valerie. Following her is Rachel. The 26-year-old actress will be singing Avril Lavigne's I'm With You. Could Niamh or Rachel be your Nancy? Work it out for yourselves. Here's Niamh.
Well, sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water and I think of other things, what you're doing, and in my head I paint a picture. Since I've come on home, well, my body's been a mess and I miss your
but the rain, no footsteps on the ground. I'm listening, but there's no sound. Isn't anyone trying to find me? Won't somebody come take me home? It's a damn cold night, trying to figure out this life. Won't you take me by the hand, take me somewhere new? I don't know who you are, but I'm with you. I'm with you. Why is everything so confusing? Maybe I'm just out of my mind. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's a damn cold night, trying to figure out this life. Won't you take me by the hand, take me somewhere new? I don't know who you are, but I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you.
Rachel and Neve, well done. A great start to the show, and Nigel Wright and the band sounding marvellous. Very good. Now, Neve, we saw you there go home to Bangor. I mean, all the love for you there. Did that kind of boost your confidence?
Oh, it's overwhelming. Just the support, really, it really helps you. It honestly does. And in a way, it kind of spurs you on a bit because you want to do it for them and you want to keep going, hopefully. Fingers crossed.
Now, Rachel, obviously, Francesca left last week. The stakes are getting higher. Who do you now see in this final eight as your main competition?
Oh, they're all a main competition. It is massive and it really is heating up. But for me personally, I would see Jessie to be the next Nancy.
All right.
I think she's brilliant. She's a raw talent and she's untarnished. She's amazing.
Well, I hope you're not talking yourself out of votes there, but let's go over to the panel. John, Neve or Rachel? Let's do stage presence. Who do you think might have the stage presence to do this in the West End?
Well, Graham, I think they both have the stage presence. Neve, first of all, it was confident, it was secure. You have a great voice, but tonight, for me, diction was the problem. Andrew said it's about words. I did not understand every word. Nancy tells a story, and you didn't tell me that story. Rachel, you have set the bar for tonight. I'm sorry. And if we're talking about story and words and everything, that was a story.
OK, I'm going to go to Barry next.
Neve, that was wild and wayward. I think you really brought a new aspect to the character and showed another aspect of your own great talent. I thought that was terrific. Nancy, it was an Amy Winehouse song, of course, and I think the original Nancy was probably like Amy Winehouse. Though I don't think you'd disappoint the fans. I'm one of them, anyway. Rachel, I agree. That was, I think, your best performance so far in the competition.
OK, slightly split decision. Denise, what did you think?
OK, Neve, I love you as a performer, but for me tonight that lacked punch, especially at the start. It felt a little bit like you were marking it, not giving a full performance, and you kind of held back a little bit on that. We need to see more from you because you're so fragile. You have more to prove that you're right for this role. You hit some great notes, but again, I couldn't understand some of the words that you were singing. You have to work on your diction. OK, Rachel, a very strong performance, again, from you, week after week. You are very consistent, you act very well. But I find you've had a couple of very intense songs over the last couple of weeks. So now I'm setting you a challenge for next week. I want to see something a little bit warmer from you, a little bit more playful, so I can understand the relationship between Nancy and Oliver and Dodger and the boys.
That's brilliant,
I want to see that mother figure.
That's brilliant.
All right, thanks to the panel. Let's go to Andrew. Rachel and Neve, could either of them have the voice of Nancy, do you think?
Well, they could. Barry, you've got to be careful. You could be arrested for headbutting an artist. I thought, Neve, you were really, really terrific tonight, but I think that you had a difficulty because the choreography probably didn't really help you. And that's a song that's quite personal. We're talking about words here. Rachel, I just said that money notes have got to be made real and they've got to be about acting. You made them real. Thank you very much. You gave us the benchmark performance.
Okay. Well, a great start to the show, but remember, the two Nancys who receive the fewest votes will face the dreaded sing-off in our results show tomorrow night. If you want to keep your favourite out of danger, you must vote when the lines open at the end of the show. Here are the numbers for later. Dial 0901 12120, then add 01 if you want Niamh to be Nancy, or add 02 if you think Rachel has the papa to become Nancy. Don't vote now, as the vote won't count and you may be charged. Our Nancys all know they must shine brighter than they have ever done before if they want to take the lead tonight. So let's meet our next two potential leading ladies desperate to break through. County Kerry's Jessie Buckley and Cardiff's Sarah Lark.
You have such great vocal control, but there's something about your movement that is still getting me.
It looks to me like you're becoming very self-conscious, so I think you need to just loosen that up a little bit.
It upsets me because I know that I can do better. It's really hard because I want this a lot and I dreamt about it since I was small, so... Movement isn't one of my strongest points. It's something that I've really have to work on. Back in school, I've always been cast as a boy.
This week, no male mannerisms, none of the... You've got to get us to be much more ladylike. It's a real challenge. Come on, get your womanly head on.
Even though I have a bit of that tomboy, mannish behaviour still ingrained in me.
You're back to doing this again.
I can be elegant. I've been training really hard this week, every waking moment.
That's it.
And I just want to be able to prove to the panel that I can do it. So this Saturday night, I'm stepping out with some major lady class.
I loved every minute of Saturday's show.
That performance had edge to it. You are a threat in this competition.
If I was sitting in the West End audience tonight, I'd be giving you a standing ovation.
When I ran off the stage, I was over the moon. Every week, I've been fine-tuning my performance, and I'm starting to feel like a serious contender.
You could still be Nancy.
It's an amazing feeling to have reached halfway. This entire experience has been the biggest rollercoaster, and it has changed me quite a bit. When I first walked through the door to audition 2 months ago, I was this blonde, bubbly girl who was only ever considered to be a child character. But throughout this entire experience, every week, with something new changing in my life...
Who's this brunette coming towards me?
It's Sarah! I do really feel I'm getting closer to my dream role. Everything is kind of coming together. The grittiness is certainly, and the determination. I've had a taste of what I want, and it's not like I can sit back in any respect now. All the girls are so amazing, so I know that my performance on Saturday night needs to stand out.
It's getting serious. Out of room, she's Nancy, it's Jessie. She's singing the heartbreaking ballad, Stop, but will she be able to stop her tomboy ways? After her, hark, it's the Lark. 25-year-old Sarah will be performing the Alanis Morissette classic, Ironic. Could Jessie or Sarah be your Nancy? Here's Jessie.
All that I have is all that you've given me. Did you never worry that I'd come to depend on you? I give you all
1998, he won the lottery and died the next day. It's a black fly in your Chardonnay. It's a death row pardon, 2 minutes too late. And isn't it ironic? Don't you think? It's like a rain on your wedding day. It's a free ride when you already paid. It's a good advice that you're just in a day. And who would have thought it figures? Life has a funny way of helping you out when you think everything's gone wrong and everything blows up in your face. A traffic jam when you're already late. A no smoking sign on your cigarette break. It's like 10,000 spoons when all you need is a knife. It's meeting the man of my dreams and meeting his beautiful wife. And isn't it ironic? Don't you think? It's like a rain on your wedding day. It's a free ride when you've already paid. It's the good advice that you're just in a day. And who would have thought it figures? Life has a funny, funny way of helping you out.
Sarah and Jessie, everybody! Oh, now, Jessie, obviously you're working on your movement this week, but I hear quietly along the way you're still working on your Cockney accent.
Well, you know what, Graham? I've been watching EastEnders like there's no tomorrow, so it's definitely a work in progress with me. But you can test me if you want.
Oh, a little bit, then go on.
Get out of my pub!
That's not bad. You, Sarah, going from strength to strength, but I hear it may be thanks to a bizarre secret weapon which you bring with you everywhere.
Oh, good God.
Have a look at this. It's you and your teapot. Okay, now...
There is an explanation.
Okay, yeah. Are you mental?
No, I use it to steam my voice.
Steam
I
your
put
voice?
hot water and I suck it. I just didn't have much money at some point, so I used a teapot.
Oh, right.
To suck the steam. Oh, no.
I know.
And then I use the water when it's cooled down and I drink from it and it's nice and warm. Yeah, I'm mental. I'll go home.
Okay, let's see if you're the panel's cup of tea. Barry, Jessie or Sarah, do you think they've got the charisma to be Nancy in the West End?
Yes, sure. And Jessie, you've got a very distinctive quality. Don't lose it. Don't lose Jessie. Trying to please everybody. I sense a little inhibition.
I completely agree. I've been quite upset with myself this week because I feel like I have lost a bit of Jessie in the past 2 weeks. So I'm just hoping that I can get the chance to come back next week and just show you Jessie again. So.
Yeah, sure.
And Sarah?
Sarah, lovely. You have a great voice, I think, Sarah. But still a little bit for me, the girl next door. Remember, Nancy comes from the slums and streets of the East End of London. You've got some of that edge. I want you to sustain it. Next week, I want to see more of that.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, Denise, your thoughts?
OK, this week we're focusing on the acting, right, as the Lord said. I completely disagree with you, Barry. I think, Sarah, you're a very intelligent performer and an actress, and we've seen such a transition in your performance. Thank you very much. I think you're brilliant. In fact, I think you're the best actress that I've seen in this competition so far. It's so real with you. You can see you thinking about the words. You feel everything, and we do when you're performing.
Thank you very much.
Jessie, I don't want you to lose the greatness that you have, because when you just really go for it, you're unbeatable. You're just fantastic. I can see that you're holding back a little bit.
Yeah.
I know we've given you, critiqued you and said that you need to work on your posture and everything. You know, I don't want that to hold you back. I think it's important for you that you fly through this competition doing what you're best at, and that's being you.
Thanks, Denise.
All right. John, it is the halfway mark of the competition. what did you think tonight?
Okay, Jessie, first of all, I feel we have lost your essence. I do believe you can do that. Maybe you need to do a U-turn, because what I'm seeing from the other girls, we're giving them the critique and all the stuff that we're telling them, and they're fixing it. You're not fixing it yet. So we need to go backward. We need to kind of step back, relook, and get Jessie back to where she was, okay?
But then, can I just raise the question, does this mean that Jessie can't take direction well?
Can I just say that I think with this week that I was so conscious of feeling like there's so many aspects that I have to improve on, like my accent and my movement and everything, and I know that I do have to do that, and I think I did become a bit more conscious this week,
well,
and
look,
I think I just need
Hold
to
on, whoever you work with on this production, your director will give you...
We'll get some comments from Andrew and Jessie in a moment. Could we have you Sarah's comments,
Sarah, I think you did a wonderful job with the Alanis Morissette song, told the story perfectly. If you continue to do that, the lark can be singing her way to the West End.
Okay. Andrew, interesting comments there for the panel. What's your take on all of that?
Very interesting. What we are seeing here now is the very essence of this competition, because we've got two very strong contenders and they're both wildly different. So what this means is that the viewers at home have got to really make their mind up what kind of Nancy they're seeing. It could easily be Jessie. It could easily have been an Irish girl. Of course it could have been, who was your age. Of course it could have been. Easily could be you, Sarah, because you did sing wonderfully tonight and you acted with real intelligence. The viewer has got a real choice tonight, and at last I think we're seeing this competition in front of us.
Okay, well, you and your votes will decide who becomes Nancy in the West End. It is a massive job, so vote wisely. When lines open at the end of the show, dial 0901 12120, then add 03 if you want Jessie to walk away with that dream role, or add 04 if you think Sarah is destined to be Nancy. Remember, don't vote now, as the vote won't count and you may be charged. You get me? All right, there's still plenty more to come as our Olivers turn into action men for their next exciting task. And don't miss their fantastic performance coming up soon. But first, let's meet our next two potential Nancys who are feeling the pressure tonight. It's KEISHA and Ponce-Banson and Ashley Russell.
That, for me, was probably the best you've done so far.
It was a warm and powerful performance.
KEISHA.
I really believed no matter what I did, I was going to be in the bottom two.
You can still be Nancy. Congratulations.
I'm so happy to still be in the house, to still be in the competition.
I am amazingly proud of KEISHA. She's kept fighting, and this fighting spirit definitely, I think, has changed people's opinions of KEISHA. Everyone's blown away.
Said I'm out of love. No, I gotta let it.
Oh my God. Well, I've just lost my voice.
It's just not there.
Really hurting. It's just gotten worse and worse, and now it really hurts to talk. I have fought so hard to stay in this competition, and if it's my voice that lets me down, I know I'll be heartbroken.
I'm gonna ride up till now. It's the night.
Ashley, I don't really rate your voice. Sorry.
When Andrew gave me his comments, I just felt sick. It just doesn't seem to get this fun Ashley that everyone else in the house sees and all my friends know.
You two are the least popular Nancys.
I'm absolutely thankful Andrew saved me. I didn't see it coming at all.
I'm going to save Ashley.
I did think that was the wrong decision tonight.
If he was going to stick to what he said, he should have saved Fran. What you have to do now, you have to fight.
Two hearts that shine.
When I go over to get my feedback on Saturday from the Lord, my stomach's going to be churning.
Midnight sun.
I think this is actually a perfect song to show
A different sound.
a really warm sound. I'd really love him to see a bit of progression and that you made the right choice to save me. That would really, really make me one happy girl.
Well, will he be one happy Lord? First up is our comeback Nancy, KEISHA. She's singing Anastasia's I'm Out of Love, and it's plain that she's not out of favour with you tonight. Desperate to win Andrew's approval and prove she's the voice of Nancy, it's Ashley. Our redhead is hoping her rendition of Evergreen won't make Andrew go scarlet with rage. Could KEISHA or Ashley still be a Nancy? Here's KEISHA.
Baby, come on. Claim that love you never let me feel. I should have known. You brought nothing real. Come on, be a man about it. You won't die. I ain't got no more tears to cry, and I can't take this no more. You know I gotta let it go. And you know I'm out of love. Set me free and let me out this misery. And show me the way to get my life again. You can't handle me. Said I'm out of love. Can't you see, baby, that you gotta set me free? I'm out of love. Let me get over you. Way you gotten over me too, yeah. Seems like the time was coming. Now I'm moving on. Oh, I'll be stronger. Set me free. Let me out this misery. Show me the way. Show me the way. My life again. You can't handle me. No, said I'm out of love. Set me free and let me out this misery. Show me the way to get my life again. You can't handle me. Said I'm out of love. Love soft as an easy chair. Love fresh as the morning air. Love ageless and evergreen. Seldom seen by two. You and I will make each night a first. Every day a beginning. And spirits rise and their dance is unrehearsed. They warm and excite us, 'cause we have the brightest love. Two lights that shine as one, morning glory and the midnight sun. Time we learn to sail above. Time won't change the meaning of one love. Ageless and
Ashley and KEISHA, ladies and gentlemen. 3-2. So, KEISHA, you have overcome the odds. You're here. What does it mean to you making it this far in the competition?
Oh, Graham, it means so much to me to still be here. I've been through so much, and I just don't want it to end. So I just hope that I'm still here next week.
Are you still enjoying it?
Oh, I am.
All right,
Oh,
that's the main
great.
thing. Now, you, last Saturday, Andrew gave you those very harsh comments, said in your his voice, then he saved you. I mean, you must have been very confused after the show.
I was confused, but I mean, I was very happy. I came back this week and tried to go for a different sound and just show something else and hopefully get a wee tick in the box, you know.
All right, well, in a moment, I will be asking Andrew exactly what he meant last week, but for now, let's check in with the panel. John, your thoughts on KEISHA first, please.
KEISHA, first of all, I have to say there was a couple of notes there where you did crack, and you know because you've had some vocal issues and troubles, but it was a big improvement. You've thrown caution to the wind. You're a fighter, and your Nancy is blossoming. So I'm letting you go with that because I thought you did tell the story of that song. Ashley, I noticed for the first time your Scottish accent in the song, which, you know, is overcomeable, but there was some flat notes there. I think you've lost some of your fight. I think you've given up.
Not at all. If anything, I was trying to make a warmer, kind of inviting, rather than, because I can stand and I can belt out as long as he needs me. But
well, the warmer end, I understand the warmer end of it, but what I was getting a little, and I'm going to use this word, and you're going to hate me for using it, but I got a little bit of cheese when you were doing the warm.
Right.
Okay?
All right, let's go to Denise. What did you hear?
OK, I'll start... Well, actually, I'm going to start with Ashley this time because I do agree with John there. I have to admit I found that slightly cheesy at moments. Yeah. Although I could see what you were trying to do with it, I just think it was brave, but you made some of the wrong choices there with the lyrics. It wasn't
Just
right.
wanted to put myself out there and show that I'll do whatever it takes.
Don't give up the fight. Stand tall.
Yeah.
Showing off.
And what about KEISHA, Denise?
OK, KEISHA, that was the best performance I've seen from you so far in this competition. I think the song really suited your voice. For once, you connected with the words. The only thing I think you need to be careful of is because it's quite distracting when you perform. You do a lot of head wobbling.
Yes, I do.
You do. You've got to
I
keep
do.
yourself still because it's so distracting.
All right,
but
bear that in mind. Let's go on to Barry.
KEISHA, that was a great song of survival, and I think the best yet from you. And I just wonder, though, are you an ensemble player or a soloist? It's difficult for me to tell at the moment. Ashley, well, I like that Caledonian gutsiness that you normally show, and I could see what you were doing there, but for me it was just a little bit nice, a little bit polite. It was as though you were showing me to the best table in the restaurant, you know. It was a little bit like that, probably the dress. But still, I see great gifts there.
All right, Andrew, two girls here. You've saved both of them. What do you think tonight?
Soft as in an easy chair. I'm in an uneasy chair tonight. I think, Ashley, you did the best performance I've heard you, but I still worry, I'm going to be honest with you, there's something that makes me think that I don't believe you could hold an audience in a West End theatre stage. I think, KEISHA, you came through in a way that was very, very remarkable. But what I would like to say to both of you girls is it's one of those moments now I really feel I would love to have worked with you this week. And if you both come through next week, I would love to work with you because I'm just not quite sure now. I think both of you got something, but it's just not quite connecting. KEISHA, you've done better. Ashley, you've done a lot better too. But bravo, both of you. But look, this is the way this show goes. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty now. And I just hope I can help one or other or both of you.
Well, if they want to have a chance to work with Andrew, you'll have to vote for them. It is ultimately up to you to decide who becomes Nancy in the West End. Here's the number to call later when lines open at the end of the show. Dial 0901-12120 and add 05 if KEISHA should be Nancy, or add 06 if you think Ashley still deserves that glittering role. Please don't call now as your vote won't count and you could be charged. Still to come, Samantha and Jodie go all out for your votes. But now, let's review the Oliver situation and find out which of our budding West End leading men is next to go through to the semi-final. So far, 4 budding Olivers made it through to the semi-final.
Being Oliver would mean everything to me. To think that I could perform in the West End, it just really makes me feel amazing. I'm really enjoying all the experience and working with the Nancys.
It's unbelievable that I've got this far. My family are really proud of me.
It was time to find a 5th boy to join them in this week's task.
This week, we're going to see how important the physicality of Oliver is to the role. He has to fight in the orphanage. When he's threatened by Bill Sykes, we have to believe that Oliver will stand up to him.
Like Oliver, the boys are about to learn all about fisticuffs from professional stunt performers.
So we're here to teach you stage fighting. We're going to teach you 3 separate bits of action, then we're going to put it all together as one sequence.
We're going to grab you by the ear, and then we're going to show you how it looks like we've got you, but actually we haven't. Fantastic.
It was amazing. If I was Oliver, I'd love to be doing something like that.
The bit that I most enjoyed was jumping on his back and spinning around.
Good, well done. Now you get to punch him. Don't punch him for real.
The punches were fake, they just went across the face. My favourite bit was giving the trainer the old 1-2. Today's task was really good fun and I think it was the best one yet.
It was time for the boys to show Cameron their moves.
This is your chance to shine now.
And remember, the acting is just as important as the physicality. I want to completely believe what's happening.
Right?
Yep.
You said nothing about my mom! I'll show you! No, you get off me!
Well done. There's no doubt that the children loved it. I thought that Johnny, showing very, very strong promise. Gareth really, really threw himself into the scene very well. We've gone to the halfway stage now, and therefore the last 4 slots for Andrew and I to choose are very, very important. So, bearing in mind the singing and bearing in mind what I saw today, it's Alex.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations to Alexander. Stand up, sir. You could be Oliver. Let's see if the cap fits. Perfect, perfect. All right, so now you're now one step closer to playing Oliver in the West End. If you were, you'd be playing opposite one of our Nancys. Who do you think would make the best Nancy and why?
I think they'd all make fantastic Nancys, but I think Samantha would make a great Nancy because...
Yeah, why?
Because she's got a fantastic voice and I could picture her being a Nancy. And also, she's from the Isle of Man and I got some great family out there.
Marvellous. Well said, Alexander. Congratulations to you and best of luck to all of you for next week. Our Olivers, ladies and gentlemen. Here, performing It's the Hard Knock Life. Please welcome our Olivers.
It's a hard knock life for us. It's a hard knock life for us. Steady treated, we get tricked. Steady kisses, we get kicked. It's a hard knock life.
Got no folks to speak of, so
It's a hard knock row. We have cotton blankets instead of wool.
Empty bellies, instead of full. It's a hard knock life.
Don't it feel like the wind is always howling? Don't it seem like there's never any light? Once a day, don't you want to throw the towel in? It's easier than putting up a fight. No one's there when your dreams at night get creepy.
No one cares if you grow a river tree.
No one tries if your eyes get wet and weepy.
For all this crying, you would think this place would sing. Oh, Santa Claus we never see. Santa Claus, what's that? Who's he? No one cares for you a snitch. When you're in an orphanage, it's the hard knock life. Yes, it is. It's the hard knock life. Yes, it is. It's the hard knock life.
Well done, the Olivers. And of course, there'll be more Oliver action on our results show tomorrow night at 7:30. But now, let's get back to our next 2 potential Nancys. They're totally different in look and age, but when it comes to ambition, they have plenty in common. Samantha Barks and Jodie Prenger.
Saturday was really make or break for me. I did have a lot to prove.
If you keep doing that, you won't be in this competition for long.
The whole nation was thinking, can I impress John Barrowman?
I could tell you how much I have missed you since you've been away.
That was emotionally fantastic, fantastic, fantastic!
It kind of restored belief in myself. You think, yeah, come on, I can take on the world, you know?
I can breathe for the fun.
Sam was fantastic in rehearsal this week. It was a real revelation to me. And if she can keep this up, I think she'll be a real threat.
I thought that was good. I'm the youngest in this competition, and this is the first audition that I've ever been to. Initially, I just came along for the whole experience, but I never saw myself here. It's given me such belief, and it made me think, oh, I could get this part.
Last week I proved that I could show emotion. Now I am determined to fight for this role. So this week I'm going to be really feisty. I just want to get in there and rock it up a bit.
Working 9 to 5.
Jodie, it was dynamic, it was electric, it was fantastic.
You're showing us all the colours of Nancy.
Got really good comments. I think they're starting to like me.
Share my life.
This week I have got an absolute whopper of a song. This passion inside. I keep going wrong at that bit there. In the training classes I have struggled because there are notes I've not hit before.
This is going to really show whether Jodie can sing or not.
Don't breathe more.
I think she's suddenly aware of the fact that this is a real dream and it just might come true.
I've really got to battle it, and I try so hard, because that ultimately is what I want more than life itself. Yeah, I've got 10 years on some of the girls, but I'm going to use that to my best advantage to show them I'm here in this competition to be Nancy.
They both won it badly. On her marks, it's Samantha Barks. In a bid to stay in the running, our youngest Nancy will be singing Since You've Been Gone. Closely following her is Jodie. This Blackpool Tower Power will be taking on Whitney Houston classic, I Have Nothing. Could Samantha or Jodie be your Nancy? I still don't know the foggiest. Here's Samantha!
Here's the thing, we started out friends. It was cool, but it was all pretend. Yeah, yeah, since you've been gone. You dedicated, you took the time. It wasn't long till I called you mine. Yeah, yeah, since you've been gone. And all you'd ever hear me say is how I pictured me with you. That's all you'd ever hear me say. But since you've been gone, I can breathe for the first time. I'm so moving on, yeah, yeah. Thanks to you, now I get what I want. Since you've been gone, how can I put it? You put me on. I even fell for that stupid love song. Yeah, yeah, since you've been gone. How come I never hear you say, I just wanna be with you? I guess you never felt that way. You had your chance and you blew it. Outside, out of mind. Shut your mouth, I just can't take it. Again and again and again and again. Since you've been gone, I can breathe for the first time. I'm so moving on, yeah, yeah. Thanks to you, now I get. You should know that I get what I want. Since you've been gone. Share my life, take me for what I am, 'cause I'll never change all my colors for you. Take my love, I'll never ask for too much, just all that you are and everything that you do. I don't really want to look very much further. I don't want to have to go where you don't follow. I won't hold you back again. This passion inside can run from myself. There's nowhere to hide.
job, ladies. I'm going to go straight to the panel. Denise, who do you think has that leading lady edge, Samantha or Jodie?
Well, they both have the edge. Samantha, you had bags of Nancy attitude. It was fantastic. It was strong. You command the stage. Your belt is very big and it's strong. Just be careful that it doesn't get a little bit too shouty in parts. But I know it's a very hard song to sing because it kind of requires that for the emotion. But it was wonderful tonight. Very strong performance. OK, Jodie, I just loved your performance. That, for me, was the performance of the evening. Thank you. Sophisticated, and you are developing into such a strong, brilliant actress. It's fantastic to watch and see the journey that you're going on.
OK, nice comments from Denise. Barry, were you impressed?
Samantha, totally watchable. I can't take my eyes off that performance. And I said performance. And Jodie, I'd love to be standing in the wings in a production of Oliver when you're belting out So Long As He Needs Me in the manner you've just done, and I'd love to be there when you get the standing ovation.
Wow. OK, rave so far. John?
Well, girls, Samantha, you are my belting Nancy. That was superb! Wonderful! You told the story. You told the story with a difficult song. And Jodie, any leading lady would have sung that song and be afraid of it. You are fearless, and that's a quality I like to see in my leading lady. You're destined for the West End.
OK, it's been sunshine so far. Are you going to rain on the parade?
Well, wow. I mean, we had Jessie and Sarah, and now we've got you two. Sammy, we were fantastic. And, I mean, it was a great, great performance. You're the youngest contestant, and I think you've made the furthest journey. I think it was really wonderful. Jodie, you're still engaged, I hope. I mean, I was in Las Vegas at the time I heard it. You still are, aren't you? Good.
I'm what, sorry?
Engaged.
Engaged. Well, I'm engaged. I'm engaged by your performance, and I'm engaged what's behind your eyes. That's what's fantastic. But the pair of you see, this is the essence of the competition. This is what's going to make it so extraordinary. You've got, I could believe you as Nancy, I could believe you as Nancy, and I have no idea. I mean, I'm dreading a sing-off with you two. If that ever happened, I think I'd have to resign. I wouldn't know what to say. Because both of you are terrific.
Andrew doesn't know what to think. But now it is up to you. It is time for you to decide. Call 0901 12120 and add 07 if you think Samantha deserves to be Nancy, or add 08 if you think Jodie is worthy of starring in the West End. All our answers have sung, and the lines are now open. So get calling to keep your favourite out of the sing-off. Lines close at 9 p.m. tonight. Calls cost 25 pence from BT Landline. Other networks may vary. Calls from mobiles will be considerably higher. 14 pence from each call will go to the BBC Performing Arts Fund. Here's a reminder of tonight's performances with those all-important numbers you need to dial. Think hard before you dial. Remember, if you pick the wrong girl, it could be a disaster. For more voting information, go to our website, bbc.co.uk/Oliver. Remember, the line goes at 9 p.m. tonight. Don't call after 9 p.m. as your vote won't count and you may be charged. Another Nancy must leave the competition. Find out who's next to go home in our results show tomorrow night. Plus, see how our Nancys cope when we push the vote out to test their stamina.
I'm sure some of the girls will find this a little shock to the system.
Cockiness don't get you nowhere.
Come on, girls, feel the pain and row!
Plus, our Olivers are back with another fantastic performance, and EastEnders star Barbara Windsor shares her views on our Nancys. We'll see you tomorrow night at 7:30 here on BBC One. Get voting.